Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is time to do my first update on my Pan That Palette challenge. In case you've forgotten, or this is your first time tuning in for this series, I'm trying to pan the Lorac Mega Pro. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my palette looked like when I first started. And this is what my palette looks like after 1 month of use. First off, you'll notice that these three are missing. At my initial intro, I talked about how after swatching and doing some playing, I felt like deep teal, caviar, and indigo were just not colors I was going to bother with. So I popped them out so that way they wouldn't exist at all. And I have to say that I have been playing with this throughout the entire month, obviously, and there's another color that I am actually going to pop out and throw away because it just doesn't work that well. I have found that not all shades are created equal in this palette. And so if you'll notice this lilac color, I've placed a little X next to it because I am going to pop this out and throw it away. This is a beautiful color. And next to Wisteria, I was really looking forward to doing a lot of looks with these two together. But unfortunately, this dissipates into nothing. I'll put it on my lid. I did it multiple times, and it would fade away, so there'd be nothing on there. It didn't matter what kind of primer I put down, it didn't matter what kind of painted pot I put down, nothing really gave this any kind of impact, and you would layer it and layer it and layer it and get like a nice color, and then it would go away. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this because I'm not about trying to pan an entire palette of this size and work on shades that don't have enough payoff for me personally. So you guys will see that get popped out for next month. I also have a couple of other colors in here that I am not fully convinced I will keep in the palette. The first of which is this gray color. I really like the idea of that shade, and when you see it, it can be like, that's a really authentic gray color. The problem I find with my skin tone is that I don't think it plays very well with my red hair and my pale skin. I did a look, or I tried to at least, and I had to wipe off my eye makeup because I really didn't like it. It just didn't look nice, I guess. So I'm gonna try to do some research to see other people who have used gray, if anyone with my same skin tone has used it and how. I have the same feeling about apricot. This color is a hard color for me to try to work with. Again, it is a pretty color. I just don't quite know how to use it on my skin tone. So I'm gonna do a bit more playing with that. I also have some really noticeable progress, as you probably can see. No surprise here on the cream shade. This is what I use to apply all over my eyelid after I put my primer down. That way I find that colors just blend really nicely, and I'm not gonna do like a shiny highlight here. With the way my eyebrows and my eye shape is, I don't do like a really shimmery, sparkly brow bone highlight because that would just be ridiculous with my eye shape. So I use a cream. My plan, obviously I'm gonna use the rest of this up, I don't have much left, is to then move into the white. That's what I did with my Lorac Pro palette originally. These two went really fast. I don't know if I can use Fawn or any of these three colors. I'm still trying to figure out how to best use these because they're not my natural go-to colors for me, but I definitely think that Fawn could work maybe similarly to cream. I just haven't tried it yet because I've been focusing on cream, and then I'll do white. The other things that you guys have probably noticed are that I have a lot of progress on these three shades. I pretty much have been using Cashmere, Vanilla, and Sand every single day in some way. They are pretty much my go-to lid looks. Vanilla is probably my most popular one. I'm surprised I haven't seen pan on there, but you can see there's a really big dent. And then second to that is Cashmere. I use Cashmere a lot. And then third on the docket is Sand. This palette definitely will become much trickier for me to use once those shades start to go away. So I'm gonna try to push myself to figure out more ways to use this blush color, maybe this orchid color, to see if I can find some other lid shades in here that aren't my typical neutral shimmery shades that I like. I've also really been liking Dusty Rose. That one I think is really, really pretty and easy to use. I've also been using the one right next to it, which is Smoky Topaz. These two have been really favored crease shades. But overall, my plan for January was just to like test these out and try to get as much use out of all the shades so that I could start to figure out a bit more of like what I might end up really truly getting down to pan on. And I feel like aside from the ones that I've already made note of that I'm definitely on the fence with or struggling with, I've been really happy with this palette. I haven't been bored with it this month. I'm looking forward to seeing if I can hit any more pan, at least maybe on these 3 shades. But we'll see. It's going pretty well, and I'm really incorporating a lot more mattes than I ever have before. I'm finding a new appreciation for matte shades, which is pretty exciting. So all in all, good round for month 1. If I can see pan on another shade, that'd be really awesome for the next month. But I'd be curious for you guys if you've used this palette and you have any like combinations of colors to use for eye looks or anything like that. Let me know in the comments down below, because some things I can really find easy looks for. Other shades are a bit harder for me because they're out of my typical everyday comfort zone. But that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next video real soon. Bye.